it's your girl Aud here with another video. So, this video is going to be a diva dialogue. This is going to be about this flu epidemic that we on the East Coast are experiencing right now. So, if you want to hear this diva dialogue, keep watching. Alright, so this is the thing about the flu, right? The flu, as long as I've known it, has just been a cold, right? You get the flu, you take a little something, you're good in a couple of days. Now we have these super flus where people are actually dying from it. And no one's going to tell you why. They're going to tell you, oh, it's a stronger strain. Oh, the flu vaccine didn't work. These are the reasons why they're giving you that this flu, this particular year in 2018 is so bad. Let me tell you why that's a bunch of BS, alright? So, I'm actually sick right now as I'm recording this video. Today is Sunday. What is it? What is today's date? The 12th? I don't know. Anyway, today is Sunday. I got sick on Friday. So let me tell you the path of my sickness. So Sunday. Friday I woke up. I felt a little down. I knew something was coming on, right? So the first thing I did, I took my Echinacea. That's what I take for cold, flu, anything. So I took my Echinacea. I got to work about 9 o'clock. I had one of my I work in a medical office. So I had one of my coworkers take my temperature. My temperature was 99.9. So I'm like, all right, I am sick. So let me see how long I can last here before I have to go home. So at about noon, I had another one of my coworkers take my temperature again, and my temperature was 101.5. So now I'm like, all right, I need to get home to my herbs so that I can get better, right? So I come home. First thing I do, I come home, I drink tea, ginger, all, you know, a bunch of different concoctions in there. I took my Echinacea, I took zinc, I took vitamin C. Today is Sunday. I got sick on Friday. I'm absolutely fine. My voice is back. I mean, I could still feel it a bit, but it's at the end. My throat is a little bit scratchy. I'm not down anymore. I don't have a fever anymore. I'm not weak or achy anymore. I'm absolutely fine. And let me tell you why I got well so quick and why the flu didn't affect me the way it's affecting the rest of the world. It's because I don't take antibiotics. I have not taken antibiotics in over 10 plus years. Me or my children. The reason for this is what the antibiotics do to your body is, just like anything else, they tell you if you don't use it, you lose it. The antibiotics makes it so that your immune system doesn't have to work anymore, right? So you get sick, you run to the doctor, they give you antibiotics. So the antibiotics will take away your symptoms. It will wash away the infection that is infiltrating your body. But your body now has not built any natural immunity to these things, because anytime we get sick, we run to the doctor and we get synthetic drugs to make us better. We use vaccines every year to help prevent us from getting these colds or these flus. Now let's speak about the flu vaccine. Now this is a vaccine that they created every year. It's given all over the world. They knew before we got to this flu season that this vaccine didn't work. It didn't work in Australia, it didn't work anywhere else, but they still gave it to us. What does that tell you about the government and the people who we trust to do what's best for us? That means that they spent billions of dollars creating this vaccine, and whether it worked or not, they were going to give it to us anyway. No one is going to tell you about that though, but all the information is out there if you do your own research on. So, the way my regimen works, if one of us gets sick, I boost everyone's immune system. Because it's gonna pass us all. If I live in a house with my kids, they're gonna come in contact with this virus, with this illness, whatever it is that I have. But I'm building up their immunity to it. I'm building up my immunity to it while I'm sick. And now this is not going to happen again. I'm not going to get sick again this year. They're not going to catch it. And then we'll move on to next year when the next strain comes along and we build up an immunity to that. See, your immune system can fight off anything. The earth is where we come from. We are created from this earth. The earth has everything that we need to get well. For anything. Olive leaf extract. It's nature's antibiotic. You take olive leaf extract and once again, you take that in conjunction with Echinacea. Now you've washed away your flu and you've built your immune system up even more. That's the whole purpose of all of this. This is the thought of excuse me, of natural selection. The ones who adapt to the environment that is around them are the ones who survive. There are animals who are still alive from freaking dinosaur times because they've adapted to the society that we have today. They've adapted to the pollutants and everything that we have here today. That is my goal. My goal is to be able to live through the things that come, not to just cover up symptoms. Because in all actuality, when you really look at the medical profession, what does it actually do, right? There's not one doctor who can say that they were taught to cure you. That's not what they're taught to do. They're taught to keep you just well enough that you have to continue to go to the doctor every 3 months or every month, however sick you are. That's what that depends on. And you have to take a pill for the rest of your life. Now let's take illnesses like diabetes and high blood pressure. We know the things that cause these illnesses. We know that they're 100% food related. But instead of your doctor giving you a dietary plan, what are they going to do? They're going to give you a pill that you got to take every single day for the rest of your life. Now, this pill doesn't cure you of your high blood pressure or your diabetes. All this pill will do is make sure that your levels stay within a normal range. So, if what's causing you to have high blood pressure is you drown your food in salt every day, but if you take this pill, you're going to stay in that range. You think you're better because most people are taught to blindly trust their doctors. But you're not better. The underlying problem still exists. You're still ruining your body every day, which is why you never get well. If you stop taking your pill for 1 day, what happens? Your pressure skyrocket through the roof. You could potentially have a heart attack or a stroke. So what does that tell you? The only thing keeping you here is the pill. That's not how I want to live. I'm trying to live forever. And not necessarily forever, but as long as I can. And when I say live, I mean live. I don't want to be decrepit and I can't think for myself. I can't use my body and I can't walk and talk by the time I'm 75. No, I intend to be 75 and be on a plane somewhere on my way to somebody's island somewhere to sip a drink on a freaking beach. That's my intentions for my old age, not to be so decrepit that I can't do anything. No, I do things daily to keep myself healthy. I drink different teas. I have different regimens. And don't get me wrong, I eat bad food sometimes, of course. Thanksgiving time, I cook all the same foods everyone else does. Mac and cheese, all the different gravies, fried chicken, all of that. But I even cook those things healthier. I use better ingredients. After I'm done with that meal, now I'm cleansing my body to make sure that I've cleansed away all of the bad stuff that I've put in. You know? So, now my body is strengthened, it's stronger. It can handle taking a little bit of a beating because I'm going to re-strengthen it after I'm done. These are the things that no one teaches you, though. Our bodies can withstand a whole lot. We as humans are very resilient, physically, mentally, all of that. The same way you're supposed to learn from situations that you're in is the same way you're supposed to learn from illnesses. Now, us as black people think that we are susceptible, that it's hereditary. High blood pressure, diabetes, stuff like that. We think that that's hereditary. Why? Because generation after generation after generation have these illnesses. The only thing that's hereditary is the food that we eat. We pass those recipes down from generation to generation to generation, which is why all of those generations have those same illnesses. It doesn't have anything to do with your system. It doesn't have anything to do with your DNA getting diabetes and high blood pressure. My mother had high blood pressure. You know what she did? Once she figured out how to cure herself, that's exactly what she did. She changed her eating habits to where she didn't have to take a pill every day anymore. My dad had diabetes. He cured himself. Home remedies, things like fresh garlic, neem oil. He took metformin one time. The one time he took it, he had numbness in his fingers. He's feeling lightheaded and faint. And he's like, well, this thing is supposed to help me. I feel worse than I did before I took it. And that was all he needed. Then he went out, found home remedies. Not just did he find home remedies, he did home tests on himself, where he would eat a giant bowl of spaghetti. But on top of that spaghetti, he would crush up 2 cloves of garlic. That's it. It wasn't some big, huge regimen, something that you gotta send away to China for. No, 2 cloves of garlic, crushed it up, raw, just like that, made it into a puree, mixed it in with his pasta, ate it. Next morning, sugar, 100% normal. Simple things that you can find right in your local supermarket. You don't have to go somewhere far. You don't have to travel to some foreign country to find these things. They're all right here. Nowadays, we have organic food in every single supermarket. There's no reason not to buy it. It's not even more expensive than anything else or anything anymore. The point I'm trying to make is stop blindly trusting your doctors. Do research. The doctor is only good at this point for a diagnosis. They can tell you what's wrong with you. They can't cure you though. There are doctors out there who would try to cure you. I don't know if you've heard about it in the news. A lot of those doctors go missing. Why? Because the pharmaceutical companies aren't profiting from them telling us how to eat well. The pharmaceutical doesn't profit if we are cured from these ailments. So, since we live in this capitalist society, we have to become more diligent in how we take care of ourselves and understand that at the end of the day, the government and the powers that be, this top 1% who runs the world, all they're concerned with is their bottom line. They could kill millions of us. They don't care. As long as that bottom line looks good and they've made a profit, that's all that matters. So, I'm ranting in this video because I want us all to do better. I want us all to be better, be healthier, be more diligent in our own health care. It should be a community effort, not just you go to one doctor, you blindly trust them, you just do what they say without doing any research. Even when you feel bad. I watch people come into the office and I watch them get sicker and sicker and sicker, go from walking in to being wheeled in. And they'll still say, oh, this one is such a great doctor. Oh, that one is such a great doctor. And I'm always thinking to myself, but you still have the same ailments that you had when you came in here, I don't know how long ago. So how good is the doctor really? That's just my opinion. So, I'm nobody's expert. I have not been to medical school, none of that. But I have had a lot of experience in home remedies and keeping me and my family healthy for a long time. So I just want to share this with the world, because if I could get one person to just stop taking antibiotics every time they got sick, that's one more person who is building up their immune system instead of depleting and ruining it. That's one more person who's going to live a little bit longer as opposed to dying young from some nonsense that could have been prevented. You know? My mom passed away from lung cancer. That was like the hardest thing I ever had to go through. Had we known all the things that we know now, she passed away in 2009. Had I known what I know now, she probably would still be alive. But that taught me in order to be better for the future, in order to be better for my children, to be better for the people who I do have left, who I can help save should they come across something so deadly. So if you have any home remedies you'd like to share with us, please comment below. If you have any questions, I literally have a remedy for like every stupid thing you could think of. Dry scalp, your skincare. Like, I use natural things for everything. I love buying my products, but at the end of the day, I have my natural things that are a staple in my beauty routine, in my health, the way I eat, the vitamins that I take daily to stay healthy. So if any of you want to converse about that, let's do it. Like, I want to hear what you guys do. I'd like to tell you more of what I do. Let's get a conversation started. So if you like this Diva Dialogue, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Mwah.